Okay. Good afternoon, well actually good evening everyone. This is Assistant Chief Forecaster Cameron back here once again, ready to give you guys live coverage on what's going on across northern Arkansas at this current time here, guys. So please tune in. As a matter of fact, tag your friends and family in this live stream so we can keep you guys informed. So if you're just now tuning in, we do have a new tornado warning up here in northern Arkansas at this current time. So I'm going to read you guys a new warning. This is going to go for western Randolph County, northeastern Izard, Fulton County, northwestern Lawrence, and central Sharp County until 8 o'clock this evening. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Salem and Fulton County, moving east at 50 miles per hour. This is going to be capable of producing a tornado and softball-sized hail. You heard me correctly, softball-sized hail. So you need to be getting inside immediately. Said before, this is radar indicated rotation, so if you are outside at this moment, you need to prepare for the potential of not only the tornado, but very large hail with this storm. So that's going to go for Cherokee Village, Ash Flats, Salem in Fulton County, Horseshoe Bend, also Mammoth Springs, also Hardy, Mammoth Springs State Park, and also this is going to go for Armstrong. So this is prepared now. So before, take cover immediately, get to the lowest floor of a sturdy building, put as many walls to you and the outside as possible, and get to the lowest area of your home immediately. So to repeat, a tornado and the potential of very large hail with this storm as it's pushing out towards the east at about 50 miles per hour here, guys. So you can see on radar, without even me pulling up the velocity data, you can see where the blues and the whites are right there over Salem right now. That is where we're seeing that heavy rainfall, the very large hail at this point, and that little kink right there at the western side of that storm. That is where the potential tornado is at this point. So this is going to go for Cherokee Village. Also, this is going to make its way towards northwestern Lawrence County and northern Sharp County. So if you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately, that's getting away from windows, putting mini walls to you as fast as possible. Get to the lowest area of your home immediately in this area here. This is going to make a run for these areas. So we're going to go ahead and put a track on the storm. Give me 1 second. Let me zoom this down, and you guys are going to see the track real quickly here. So maybe for just one bit. Let me switch this back over to our level 2. And you guys are going to see the track here, okay? So there's the track at this point. So Cherokee Village, Hardy, over towards Ravenden Springs, and also Pocahontas right around 804. You need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. That's getting away from windows. Let's put the mini walls to you and the outside as possible. Get to the lowest area of your home as soon as you can, okay? Also, for those that are wondering, this is going to stay north of the Jonesboro downtown area, but I am concerned about the Cherokee Village area, the Pocahontas area, and I'm worried about Walnut Ridge up here in northern Arkansas. So to repeat, for those that are wondering tuning into this live stream, this is going to be in northern Arkansas. This is a tornado warning in place at this point. This tornado warning is going to go for Randolph County, Izard, Fulton County, northwestern Lawrence, and central Sharp counties in northern Arkansas until 8 o'clock this evening. This storm is moving east at about 50 miles per hour. So that's the track of the storm at this point. Pocahontas right around 8 o'clock. You should be in shelter right now to take advantage of this time that you have at this point between the warning and not being in the warning, and go ahead and take those tornado precautions at this point, all right? Cherokee Village, go ahead and seek shelter immediately in this area here. We're also going to pull up some roads at this point as well. So that's going to go for Highway 62, Highway 63, also in this area here. So you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. This is moving east at about 50 miles per hour, so you do not have a lot of time to prepare for this storm here, okay? So we're going to zoom this out. We're going to go ahead and switch this over to our data here. So maybe for just 1 second, it should be popping up here in just a bit, okay? So give me 1 second here. I'm going to switch this over to this for just a second here, okay? So it's going to come up here in just shortly, guys. Had a little bit of issues with our radar, so it's going to come back up here in just a second here. But as I said before, for those areas up there in northern Arkansas, you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately in this area here. Folks in central and western Arkansas or southern Arkansas at this point, this is not going to impact you in no way, shape, or form, okay? I know everybody's asking about Little Rock or Conway or Fort Smith or El Dorado. It's not going to impact those areas, folks. This is up here in northern Arkansas at this time. You need to be seeking your tornado precautions immediately. So we're going to zoom this back down. Give me 1 second. We're going to zoom this back down to this storm up here in northern Arkansas. So forth, this is the tornado warning up here at this point. This is going to go until 8 o'clock this evening. So you need to be seeking shelter immediately. It's getting away from windows. Put as many walls to you outside as possible. Get to the lowest area of your home immediately in these areas, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at our rotation indicator, and there it is right in here. So we're going to put the track on here. So there's the area of rotation right here, guys. And you can see it's right there over Salem at this point, okay? So there's the area of rotation right here. All right, so you can see where it's going. So it's moving east at about 50 miles per hour. So you don't have a lot of time to react with the storm. Here comes Derek, our chief forecaster at this point. So as I said before, guys, you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. Get away from windows, put as many walls to you outside as possible. Get to the lowest area of your home immediately. Derek, I got you set up over there for any reports or anything like that. I think I have one report right now of a funnel cloud that was up here in Baxter County earlier from that storm that moved over. But right now, that's the area of rotation right over Salem at this point. So you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately in these areas. Okay, so if you know anybody that's in Cherokee Village or in Raven Springs or in northwestern Lawrence County or far southwestern Randolph County, which is in far northern Arkansas, you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately in this area here. Go ahead, Derek.
Again, so as mentioned, as we have been talking about, this is not your atypical storm. These are moving towards the southeast. Again, these are rooted along a warm front that is currently positioned from just north of Mountain Home right down to Jonesboro and right down to Memphis as well. As a matter of fact, the SPC has just highlighted northeast Arkansas for a short-term potential for severe weather.
Yep.
Over the next couple of hours, and again, this is the lone storm of the state, but we do expect others as we head into the overnight hours. Again,
matter of fact, there's one.
Tornado threat is low, but it is not zero.
Yep. So for this, as a matter of fact, there we got some storms near Branson right now. They're going to kind of track the same way this one did, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. But this one's coming out of Salem right now, so it's coming out of northern Arkansas at this point, and it's making its way down into Sharp and into northwestern Lawrence County here. So if you know anybody in Walnut Ridge or in Cherokee Village right now along Highway 62 or Highway 63, you do need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. And that's getting away from the windows. That's putting as many walls between you and the outside as possible. And that's getting to the lowest area of your home immediately in this point, okay? So I know everybody's kind of asking about, other areas across the natural state, folks. We do have a radar on our website, so please take a look at that at this point. As I said before, during tornado warning coverage, we're not going to be able to answer your specific city and county questions. This is a threat to life and property, okay? So that's going to go for Cherokee Village. That's going to go for northwestern Lawrence County, southwestern Randolph County, and I would say down the road from here, this is going to mainly impact Lawrence, and it's going to try to make a run for Greene County up here in northeastern Arkansas. So just trying to keep that in mind. But at Walnut Ridge right now, you need to be taking the time at this point to go ahead and seek those tornado precautions. Don't wait for the storm to get to you. React before the storm gets to you, and go ahead and seek your tornado safe place at this current point. So this is coming straight into Cherokee Village. You can see on our radar at this point. And also, one more thing I want to mention is not only is this producing a potential tornado, but the very large hail potential with this storm is incredible. We're looking at the potential of softball-sized hail with this storm as it's pushing towards the east, and even more at this point, more east-southeast versus due east at this time.
Cameron, as a matter of fact, we just got a report in from the National Weather Service Little Rock.
Yeah.
4-inch hail breaking windshields across Fulton County, and you can see that. So if you live in Cherokee Village, you're under a tornado warning, but you also are getting ready to deal with very, very, very large hail.
Yeah.
I have another concern with this storm. Is it's showing dual hooks on this storm.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and go over
and let's go over to our velocity scan. Cameron, look at this just a little bit tighter here. Again, this is well away from our radar site up here in the Ozark Mountains. Again, it could very well be producing a tornado at any point in time. But again, if you live in Cherokee Village, you need to be taking your tornado precaution now. Lowest level of your house, away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Once again, if there is a tornado and rotation does look fairly active on the storm, it is going to be moving into Cherokee Village in a matter of minutes. Again, not only do we have the threat for a tornado with this storm, but also 4-inch hail with this storm as well. Large wall cloud and softball-sized hail have both been reported with this storm. Horseshoe Bend, Cherokee Village, Smithville, and Bowden, you need to be taking your tornado precaution now. On downstream, Walnut Ridge, Paragould,
yep.
Jonesboro. We're even giving you a heads up. Well, this is moving at about 50 to 60 miles an hour.
I was going to say,
so that's going to move.
Yeah.
And the warm front, it's following the warm front.
Basically, yep.
And my concern is that as it follows that warm front, it is going to track more into heavily populated areas than what we're already seeing.
Yeah. So I was going to say, this is moving kind of, I would say, just to the north of the Jonesboro area at this point, but I'm going to go ahead and kind of tweak this track just a little bit to kind of account for our storm motions here. So that's going to be the track of that storm right there. I'm very concerned about the Cherokee Village area, the Raven Den Springs. Okay, so we got
tornado observed.
Okay, all right,
damage
okay.
Is considerable.
All right, thank you for that, Derek. So now we have a new tornado warning. At this point, it should switch over in any second. We do have a tornado on the ground at this time here. It has been confirmed. You need to be taking your tornado precautions. Immediately get away from windows. Put as many walls to uni outside as possible. Get to the lowest area of your home immediately. If you know anybody in Cherokee Village, they need to be seeking shelter immediately in this area, guys. I cannot stress that enough. Melbourne, you are perfectly good to go. This is going to say north and east of the Melbourne area. This is saying north and east of Visitor County. Okay, so we got a PDS warning.
Emergency mode.
Yeah. So
we now have a particularly dangerous situation. Tornado warning has been issued for Cherokee Village, Salem, Ash Flat. If you live in Cherokee Village, you need to be in your safe spot now, folks. Again, this is a tornado warning.
Yep.
That is now particularly dangerous situation. A confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located 7 miles northwest of Cherokee Village, moving east at 50 miles an hour. Again, emergency management has confirmed a tornado is on the ground. Location in and near Cherokee Village, Ash Flat, Highland, Hardy, Ravenna, Ballard, Mammoth Springs State Park, Armstrong, Salem and Fulton County, Horseshoe Bend, Mammoth Spring, and Bowden, Ravenna Spring, Annieville, Smithfield. You need to be in your safe place now. Again, this is a particularly dangerous situation.
PDS.
Tornado warning, folks. You need to be in your safe place now. You have 4-inch hail, grapefruit-sized hail, along with a tornado on the ground. This is a worst-case scenario that, unfortunately, we said may not happen, but it could. Again, this is rooted on the warm front. There's nothing to impede this storm as it continues to track southeast.
Yep. So that's what we got at this point, guys. So before, if you're just now tuning in, this is what we have at this time here. We do have a tornado, a PDS tornado warning in effect. You need to be seeking your tornado precautions mainly. So I'm going to zoom this back in for just a second, Derek. And this is what we got at this point. So maybe for just a second, everybody, I'm going to get this up and going. This is what we have right now. So Cherokee Village, Raven Den Springs, excuse me, College City, Pocahontas, Walnut Ridge. You need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. Get away from windows. Put as many walls to uni outside as possible. Get to the lowest area of your home immediately. Okay, so our software's got to catch up here just a little bit, but this is what we have at this point, guys. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off for just a little bit. But as Derek said before, a large and dangerous tornado is on the ground. You need to seek shelter immediately in these areas here. Not only the potential of a tornado, but also grapefruit-sized hail with this storm. 4-inch hail with this storm. You need to be taking shelter immediately in these areas here, okay? Go ahead, Derek. Give me 1 second here. We'll go ahead and get this up and going. We're going to go ahead and go over to our live scan for just a bit. But this is what we got, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Even regardless with the tornado, you have a lot of hail potential with this. That is 4-inch hail, folks. That is enough to cause serious injury or even the potential of death just by being outside, guys. So you do not want to take this storm lightly. You need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately in this area. Get away from windows. Put as many walls to uni outside as possible. Get to the lowest area of your home immediately.
And Cameron, one thing that concerns me is that if you are a pastor or a church official, there's a lot of good Friday services going on right now in Cherokee Village and Bowden. Folks, if you are a church official and you hear the sound of my voice, get your members to shelter now, folks. This is a life-threatening situation coming into the heart of Cherokee Village.
Yep.
If you live in Williford, if you live in Bowden,
right there,
you need to be taking your tornado precautions. You need to be lowest level of your house, away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. If you're in a church, find that center part of that church right now. If you live downstream of Walnut Ridge, this is your first heads-up warning. Watch this storm. This is now a confirmed tornado. We're now even starting to see more reports coming in of this on the ground. Unfortunately, it is a long tracker if things hold.
Yep, definitely. Okay, so before, guys, this is a particularly dangerous situation. Tornado warning. You need to be seeking shelter immediately in these areas, guys. I cannot stress that enough here. So, to repeat, tornado warning remains in effect till 8 o'clock for western Randolph, northeastern Izard, Fulton, northwestern Lawrence, and central Sharp counties. At 7:17, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located at 7 miles northwest of Cherokee Village, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Derek, I'm really surprised this is not a tornado emergency for the Cherokee Village area. This is a damaging tornado and very large hail. Emergency management confirmed tornado. You are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely. Complete destruction is possible in these areas, guys. So we're going to treat this as if it were a tornado emergency for the Cherokee Village area. You need to seek shelter now. Your life is on the line here. You need to seek shelter immediately in these areas. To repeat, a large and extremely dangerous and potentially deadly tornado is on the ground. To protect your life, take cover now. Move to a basement or interior room, lowest floor of a sturdy building. You want to get away from the windows. You want to put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. If you are outdoors or you live in a mobile home or you are in a vehicle right now, you need to move to the closest substantial shelter, and you need to protect yourself from the potential of flying debris at this point, guys. So to repeat, tornado has been confirmed by emergency management. This is a tornado threat damage considerable at this point. Also, the potential of very large destructive hail with this storm, 4-inch in diameter. That is enough to cause serious injury, and even the potential, if you're outdoors in it, it could cause death as well here. That is 4-inch hail, folks. You do not want to take this storm lightly. You need to be seeking shelter immediately in these areas here. Go ahead, Derek.
Okay, Cameron, let's go to our correlation coefficient view.
Yeah.
This is what we look at to try and depict at least a little bit of debris. Again, we have 4-inch hail as well.
Yeah, I want to urge something to our folks as well. This is in what we call a radar loss zone, because you're at the edge of LZK and you're on the edge of the Springfield radar up here. So this is the problem with northern Arkansas. You're between two radar edges right now. So do not take this radar scan for granted, guys. You need to be seeking shelter immediately. There's a tornado per emergency management. But I just want to give our viewers a heads up, because this is right there on those two edges of the radar right now. So we're not going to be able to get a perfect view until this thing starts moving into Lawrence County at this point. So this is our warning to Cherokee Village, guys. If you know anyone in Cherokee Village, they need to be seeking shelter immediately. Now our radar update just updated, so you can see at the bottom corner of that radar, and also our warning system. Tornado on the ground at this point, guys. You need to seek shelter immediately. This is going to go for the Wilford, the Cherokee Village area, Ash Flat, Bowden up over here in Sharp and in northwestern Lawrence County. Also western Randolph County, the Raven Den Springs area up here. You need to be seeking your tornado precautions immediately in this area. I cannot stress that enough at this current point. Derek, if you got any more reports, you're over there.
Yes, the warning, new update on the warning 27 seconds ago from LZK.
Yeah.
The warning continues. Observed on the ground. Also, 4-inch hail. This is still a PDS warning.
Yep.
Confirmed large and dangerous. Also, the city of Ash Flat is getting a close-up view of this. This is currently on social media right now, Cameron.
Oh, good Lord.
Take a look at this.
That is a monster.
So Derek, if you live in Ash Flat.
Yeah, Derek, if you could do me a favor real quick, send that over to the chat. I could potentially get that up on our live stream real quickly, guys. This is a monster tornado that we're looking at coming out from Ash Flat at this point. So Derek is going to give me that footage at this time here. He's going to send that over, and I'm going to attempt to get this up on a live stream here. But to repeat, guys, we do have a large and extremely dangerous tornado on the ground. You need to be seeking shelter immediately in these areas. So get away from windows, put as many walls to uni outside as possible, get to the lowest area of your home immediately here. So who was that from? That was from, okay.
It was, I'm going to send it in here now, and we'll get this up.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so as soon as he gets that up, guys, we're going to have footage of that here shortly, guys. But this is a deadly tornado on the ground, guys. And this is coming from the Ash Flat area. So you're looking from the south at Ash Flat, yeah, the Ash Flat area. So you're looking from this at the south side of the storm right now. If you're in Ash Flat, so Ash Flat, you still need to be taking your tornado precautions here. But Derek, look at this. This is our latest scan from up here. That's going to be right over Cherokee Village. So Cherokee Village, you need to be in shelter immediately at this point. The Willie Front area over here in Sharp County, you need to be taking your tornado precautions. Anywhere in this polygons you guys see, still in the quote from the great James Spann, respect the polygon, guys, okay? Take your tornado precautions immediately. Okay, thank you, Derek. Appreciate you.
Put this up on the comments as well.
Okay, all right.
In the live if it'll let me do it.
Okay. All right, I'm going to get that footage up, guys. So this is going to come from Brianna Page. This was strictly from Twitter. We're going to attempt to put this up on the air so you guys can see what we're talking about at this point here. But guys, you need to be seeking shelter immediately in this area. Get away from
Again, I want to mention this. Okay, folks. Again, yes, this is current. This is live. We are live. Good Friday. This is Good Friday. Many people are in church right now. Some are just getting out of those first services. We do have 7 o'clock services as well. 8 o'clock services. It is Good Friday. Again, the only warning in the state is up here in Sharp County, but this is tracking into much more highly populated areas of northeast Arkansas. We're talking Cherokee Village right now. We are talking Bowden. If this stays warm, Walnut Ridge. If this stays warm, Pocahontas.
Yep.
If this,
that's gonna be it, folks. That's gonna be it, folks. Yeah, right there. That comes from
Brianna Page
on Twitter.
On social media.
That is it, folks. That is a monster tornado right there, guys. Coming from Ash Flat, Arkansas. That is in northwestern Sharp County. Guys, you need to be taking this storm seriously. Get away from windows. Put as many walls to uni outside as possible. Get to the lowest area of your home immediately in these areas, guys. But as I said before, this is coming from Brianna Page on Twitter from Ash Flat, Arkansas. We do appreciate the footage at this point. But that is it, folks. That is it.
This is on the ground.
This is on the ground.
This is a particularly dangerous situation. Again, this is the view from Ash Flat.
Yeah, that's it.
Looking towards Cherokee Village. This is actually tracking closer to Ash Flat than it is to Cherokee Village. Now, what concerned me is, Cameron, this is rooted on the warm front.
Yep.
And with it being rooted on the warm front, what that tells me is that this is going to track into Walnut Ridge in 30 or 40 minutes.
Yep.
So once again, this is currently moving into or just near the town of Ash Flat. Let's go back to our radar view here.
Yep.
And again, now, not only do we have this storm here, we now have more that are starting to develop
you got one
in southern Missouri. So again, when this goes through, we have more to come. This is not the first one. Again, we are not expecting a tornado outbreak, but the threat is there. It is April. There's just enough shear in the atmosphere that we could see one or two. Unfortunately, that is what we are seeing now.
Yep.
So once again.
Yep. And I want to urge something to. I want to urge something to our viewers here. Do not wait until you see the tornado. Okay. I know everybody wants to go out and see the tornado and confirm that it's on the ground and then go to take shelter. Have enough trust and have enough respect of that polygon to take shelter. There's a tornado warning. It's there for a reason, folks. Do not put yourself or the people around you at risk trying to get famous for footage or trying to go out and see this tornado for yourself, guys. Do not take this storm lightly. You need to be in shelter immediately at this point. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Tornado warning. This is what we call a level 2 tornado warning. Okay, guys? It's there for a reason because this is a dangerous tornado, a dangerous storm. Do not try to go outside and get footage of this. Do not try to go outside and view it at this point, especially if you're in the track. Ash Flat, it was a different story because this is tracking north at that point, so you're looking at it from the south side. So when she took that footage, she was in a safe place. But if you are in direct path of this storm, you do not want to go outside and try to get footage of this thing, and you do not want to wait for confirmation. You need to go ahead and seek those shelters immediately, guys. We cannot stress that enough. That is putting yourself and that is putting the people around you at risk trying to go out and see the tornado for yourself, guys. So please keep that in mind here. This is in northern and northeastern Arkansas at this point, and Derek, as I mentioned before, I've been harping about this, but a very large hail threat with this storm as well, and you do not want to ignore the hail potential with this storm, guys. It's there for a reason. 4-inch hail is capable of producing not only car damage and windows destroyed, but also if you're outside in it, it can cause serious injury and even potential death because it's 4-inch hail.
Yep.
So keep that in mind, folks, okay? I know everybody's trying to go out and see it, but folks, this is a very dangerous storm. You need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Again, folks, just nothing to be stressed about anywhere else in the state.
Yep.
If you live anywhere else in the state, you are fine.
Yep.
Okay?
I'm zooming this out at this point.
We have a few showers here and there, a few isolated storms as well. Again, the biggest threat resides tonight in northern Arkansas.
Yep.
Yes, we are watching additional development in Oklahoma. Could this track into Arkansas later? Yes, but again, that being said, we don't expect it to be like this all night long.
Yep.
Again, this is the initial threat, the large hail and an isolated tornado threat. As storms grow in coverage, we will move to a damaging wind threat.
Yep.
But
exactly.
Again, similar to what we saw on Monday. Very similar to what we saw on Monday. 1 or 2 storms track into the area, and they start producing a tornado or two. Exactly what we're seeing once again in a very isolated area. Again, the tornado has been reported right in between Cherokee Village and Ash Flat. This is moving southeast. If you live in Hoxie and Walnut Ridge, you need to be taking your tornado precautions downstream.
That's going to be from Walnut Ridge and into the Hoxie area.
It's currently in Sharp County, but again, there are a lot of churches that are still having Good Friday services right now. If you are a church official and you can hear my voice and you are outside of this warning area, start watching radar closely. Start watching it closely, especially if you live in Pocahontas and Walnut Ridge.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not going to say it, but if you live
I was going to say Greene County and Northern Craig County.
You need to be watching this as well.
Yep, I do fully agree.
Again, not only do we have the threat for a tornado, but 4-inch hail has been following with this storm. Again, it is on the ground in and near Cherokee Village.
Yep.
This is going to be a hail-wrapped tornado.
Yep.
Not rain-wrapped, but hail-wrapped.
Yep.
So you do not want to be watching. You do not want to go out and try to spot this storm. This is a very dangerous storm that is warned for both hail and a tornado. Again, I'm still seeing multiple reports of it being on the ground.
Yep. And that is just looking at the hail potential with this. And then, like I said before, folks, I know everybody kind of focused on a tornado threat during severe weather, but there's hail and there's damaging winds for a reason. There's a reason why we have 2 different areas of severe weather, not just a tornado. So that's why we urge you guys, whenever severe thunderstorm warnings happen, you need to take those severe thunderstorm warnings seriously, because they also can produce very large hail and damaging winds, and it doesn't seem like a lot compared to a tornado, but those threats could be just as bad as dealing with a tornado threat. So please keep that in mind, folks. You do not want to be outside during this. And we're getting multiple questions about, is this on the ground or where's tornado?
Tornado emergency.
Yeah, tornado emergency. Okay, thank you.
Tornado emergency has been issued for Hardy, Highland, and Wilford in Sharp County until 8 p.m. Tornado on the ground, and we have hail larger than baseballs. So,
gotcha.
So again.
That is it. Yep. Oh boy. Yep. I got the new warning. Okay. So, tornado emergency for Hardy, Highland, and Wilford. A tornado warning remains in effect until 8 o'clock Central Daylight Time for western Randolph, northeastern Izzard, eastern Fulton, northwestern Lawrence, and central Sharp counties. At 7:34 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a confirmed large and destructive tornado was located near Hardy, or 9 miles east of Cherokee Village, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Tornado emergency for Hardy, Highland, and Wilford. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Hazard. Deadly tornado. Source, radar spotters confirm tornado. You are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris will be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to houses, businesses, and vehicles is likely. Complete destruction is on the table. So to repeat, this is a tornado emergency for Hardy, Highland, and Wilford. You need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. Folks, do me a big favor if you're listening to this live stream. If you know anybody, and I mean anybody, up here in northeastern Arkansas, tag them in this live stream immediately. This is a tornado emergency for these areas, guys. Let's get these folks tagged in here immediately at this point. We are live on Facebook, and we are live on YouTube at this time. Take your tornado precautions immediately in this area here. Go ahead, Doug. What you got for me?
Once again, this is our first alert for Walnut Ridge.
Yeah, Walnut.
This is our first alert. Walnut Ridge. You need to be making that plan to take your tornado precaution. Again, if you live in Bowden, hey Cameron, let's zoom in on this. Let's zoom in on this entire region here. Once again. If you live in Smithfield,
good Lord, look at that.
If you live in Bowden,
you
need to be in your tornado safe place now, folks. This is going to be a hail-wrapped tornado.
Big time hail threat.
This is going to be a hail-wrapped tornado. 4-inch hail and a tornado on the ground. Again, getting multiple reports from emergency management of this being on the ground. Let's go to our velocity.
Yep. Give me 1 second.
And then let's also try to take a look here and see if we can see the storm a little bit. And there it is, right there. It is so strong. It is showing off now.
Yeah,
a velocity spike.
Yeah, it's velocity
on the radar,
spike.
folks.
Yeah,
so this is tracking in between Wilford and Smithfield. This is going to move right towards Walnut Ridge in about less than 45 minutes, folks. So if you live in Walnut Ridge, you need to be taking your tornado precautions now. Lowest, live over your house, away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Once again, this is a tornado emergency.
Okay. Hey, we got our team. We have our team on it. Jordan. Yeah. Jordan is on this tornado.
Okay.
Jordan is on this tornado here. So he is. He is going out. He's getting footage of it at this point. Yeah, he is going to go ahead. And he's tracking the storm. He's in intercept mode at this time here. So we do have a chaser that is on the storm, guys. If you want to go take a look at that, that's going to be on our Arkansas Storm Hunters team. He is going to go track this storm at this point, guys. This is a very dangerous situation at this point. You need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. This area that you see, the arrow is kind of circling in the same area, right over Wilford. You need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. And you're looking at this from a radar perspective and a velocity perspective, and you see this straight line going straight into Missouri. This is what we call a velocity spike. This just tells us how strong this tornado is at this time here. You need to be taking shelter immediately. Yeah.
That zoom in to Street View. Leave it.
Yep.
Leave it on our velocity scan.
Yep.
Once again.
Yep.
So that zoom in on Street View.
Yep. Already working on it.
This is a very, very dangerous situation. Again,
that's right there over highway.
If you live in Ash Flat, continue to take your tornado precautions for a few more minutes.
Yep.
It is just about past. Again, this is about to actually cross over the county line.
I was going to say I could probably do a big favor. I could probably do you a big favor, Derek.
Okay, folks. If you live in Cherokee Village and Ash Flat, the storm is to your east now.
Yeah.
So once again, it is just to your east. Therefore, you should be okay.
Let me give me 1 second there, because this is headed. There's the new. I'm gonna put a track on this. So basically, what I'm doing right now, folks.
Wow, we have first images coming in.
Yeah, it is good heavens. It is a beast. That is a monster tornado, guys. You need to be seeking shelter immediately in these areas. So what I'm doing right now, folks, if you're trying to figure out what I'm doing, what I'm doing is I'm putting a track on the storm here, and we're trying to track basically where the tornado is going to go. So we're going to put it just like this. So the Embolden area, up here in northern Lawrence County, then College City. Right now, my track takes it just north of Walnut Ridge, but I wouldn't risk it, folks, if you're in Walnut Ridge. This thing can easily shift a little bit further to the south and east from here. You need to be seeking shelter immediately. So this is going to go over the following areas: Wilford Road. This is going to go over Mount Olive Road over here, Lawrence Road, Highway 106 West. This is going to go Highway 115 coming out of Bowden, moving down into Smithfield. This is also going to go along Highway 63, and Highway 63 is a classic coming out of Walnut Ridge going up into Sharp County. And then also this is going to impact Highway 67 that runs from Pocahontas to Walnut Ridge. So Walnut Ridge, at this point, you need to be seeking your tornado precautions immediately.
New update from the storm prediction. They've expanded the 5% now to include Jonesboro and the Boot Hill. Again, folks, keep this in mind. This is a slight risk day. We have a very large damaging tornado on the ground. This is what we have been talking about. That just because you're in a slight risk, just because you're under 5% or 2%, it does not matter. Severe weather can happen at any point in time, and I just wanted to throw that out there. All right, so once again, per the National Weather Service in Little Rock, as of 7:40, tornado is still on the ground. If you live in Rabbiton, in Bowden, at Annandale, in Lawrence County, you need to be taking your tornado precautions now. Lowest level of your house, away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. If you have a bicycle helmet, you know, to cover your head, if you have mattresses, pillows, anything, get them on you now. And folks, we have a new tornado warning.
This is a tornado emergency. This is a tornado emergency for Walnut Ridge.
Issued for Walnut Ridge.
This is a tornado emergency.
Live in Walnut Ridge.
Oh boy, okay, Jonesboro. You need to watch this storm very closely. This is going to go straight into green, and this is going to make a run for the Craighead County, guys. So now you guys see on our radar here, this is exclusive to Arkansas weather watchers. You can see this area that is in blue and the pink that is flashing at you. This is what we call a tornado emergency, level 2 at this point. You need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately in this area. Move to your safe place immediately. That is the Bowden area, that is the Pocahontas area, that is Walnut Ridge at this point. You need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. Lawrence, East Greene County, Craighead County, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. This is my first alert to Jonesboro. Jonesboro, you need to watch this very, very closely at this time here. This is a tornado emergency for Lawrence, for southwestern Randolph, northeastern Sharp, Lawrence County, and also just outside of the Greene County area at this point. Go ahead.
All right, Cameron, I'm breaking in here.
Go ahead.
We have official damage reports coming out of Cherokee Village. Front of homes destroyed, cars destroyed in Cherokee Village. This thing is tossing them.
Good Lord.
All right, folks. So this is a dangerous situation. We now have official reports of damage. Arkansas Weather Watchers, Arkansas Storm Team, we are live on this storm. We have eyes on the ground up there now. We also are on air live covering this tornado emergency for Walnut Ridge. Folks, we gave you a 30 minutes notice. You need to be in your safe place now. Lowest level of your house, away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Once again, all other areas of the state we are not worried about now. This is a tornado emergency for a heavily populated area of
Walnut Ridge,
Arkansas.
Walnut Ridge. If you
this is our first alert to Jonesboro. This is moving southeast.
Yep.
It may track just north if it holds, which I'm afraid.
That's along Highway 63 right there.
Which I'm concerned it might hold because it's rooted on this warm front.
Matter of fact, Derek, if you could do me a favor, take over for just a second.
Okay.
I'm going to switch this over to our wind profile so we can take a look and see where the warm front is at this point, guys. So you can see it's going to come up here shortly, guys. This is literally right there on the warm front. So basically what's going on, and I believe the worst fears at this point is what's going on here along Highway 63 that runs from Cherokee Village to in Bowden. If I pronounce that wrong, please forgive me. But along Highway 63 that runs from Walnut Ridge down to Jonesboro. I believe your warm front placement is basically right there on that highway. So that means anywhere along that highway or just south, you need to be watching this storm extremely close. You need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. So that's my worry right now. And I'm looking at this, and that just confirmed it right there, Derek. Your winds right now are basically north ahead of the boundary, coming out of the southeast in front of it. So your boundary right now is basically right there along Highway 63. So Lawrence, Craighead, you need to be seeking shelter right now. Your life is literally on this
more and more reports of damage coming out of the storm. Some people are reporting catastrophic damage.
Yeah, that's good heavens, man.
So once again, let's go back to our velocity scan here, and with each scanner, it just gets stronger and stronger, and that is what concerns me the most.
We still have the velocity spike.
So once again, if you live in Walnut Ridge, folks, this is tracking right toward you. Let's go and zoom in, and let's get another straight level view of the storm camera. And again, we are tracking this storm as it moves.
Yeah, that's Highway 115 right there.
Let's go and zoom in a little bit closer. So let's get exact streets as to where
that's Lawrence. Yeah, that's Lawrence. So Lawrence Road 128. That's going to be Lawrence Road 107. Lawrence Road 135 over here. We got Lawrence Road 132.
Okay, so we're in rural areas.
Oh, we got that's gonna go right over Highway 115.
Bravedon. Okay, so again, if you live on Highway 115 in between,
you need to shelter right now.
In Smithville,
that's to go right over Highway 115.
You need to be in your safe place right now. Again, this is coming from the northwest, moving southeast. Do not try to go out and spot it. It's dark outside.
Please don't.
You don't want to try and go out and see it. Again, this is in the Ozark Mountains, and it's now officially getting dark. Again, you also have 4-inch hail with this storm as well. You do not want to take this lightly, folks. This storm is getting stronger with each scan. What concerns me is it's getting stronger with each scan, folks. This is tracking. This is a southeast mover. It's coming from the northwest. This is going to move very close to, if not into, downtown Walnut Ridge. We already have significant damage coming out of Cherokee Village and just north of Ash Flat. So once again, folks, this is a very dangerous situation.
Guys, Eden or anybody else that's on the Forecast TV, y'all can do me a big favor, or Derek, you can take care of it. Please tag the Arkansas Storm Hunters page on the comments. We're getting a lot of people asking how can they watch the footage and stuff like that. Feel free to tag them in this, folks. But as I said before, guys, this is what we have at this point. You need to be seeking shelter immediately in these areas. Get away from windows. Put as many walls to unity outside as possible.
We have a new tornado watch. They've upgraded this thunderstorm watch to a tornado watch. I'm trying to get more information on it.
Okay. All right. There's getting information at this point. So, guys, this is a tornado emergency in this area. You need to be seeking shelter immediately. What you got for me?
Tornado watch includes the Little Rock Metro.
Okay.
Also to Memphis and Jonesboro, a couple strong tornadoes possible.
Okay.
Hail up to Softball, and this goes until midnight.
Yeah, this goes until midnight, guys. So we do have a new tornado watch that has just been issued at this point. This is going to go for the Little Rock metro area, Conway. This is going to go for Heber Springs, Batesville, Jonesboro, Forest City. Any interest along Interstate 40 and north, this tornado watch includes. And also downtown Memphis as well. So that tornado watch includes those areas until midnight tonight. A couple of strong tornadoes possible. Hail up to softball size likely. And also isolated wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour. So we have a new tornado watch that is in effect until midnight tonight for those areas. Please keep in mind additional thunderstorms will be developing as we get towards this evening, guys. But you need to be seeking shelter immediately. This is a tornado emergency for this area here, folks.
Yep. So once again, all right. So once again, this now officially confirms my worst fears that the atmosphere is a little bit more unstable than what we thought it was going to be today.
Yeah.
All right. So once again, so now you have a tornado watch, which means conditions are favorable for tornado development.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this does include the town of Jonesboro. This is your first alert.
Yeah, Jonesboro, you need to be watching this storm closely.
Walnut Ridge, you need to be in your safe place now. Lowest the level of your house, away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Your best case scenario right now is to be in a storm shelter underground. If you don't have that, you need to be in the center part of your house, away from all exterior walls, all exterior windows. You need to grab the mattresses off your bed and put as much stuff on top of you as possible. Again, this is my worst fear because it is Good Friday and many people are out and about doing family events. It is Easter weekend. We have a tornado on the ground moving into a highly populated area. If you are a church administrator, you need to be taking your members to shelter now.
Please.
I know this is a situation. I know it's Holy Week. But this is not the time that we need to be worried about that. We need to be worried about getting as many people as we can to
safety now. Yeah, I cannot stress enough. So you guys are going to see that just popped up on our screen here, guys. So not only the tornado emergency, but the new watch that is in effect. So to repeat, this includes Jonesboro, Memphis, also Conway, the Searcy area, the Mayflower area, the Little Rock area, up towards Heber Springs. This includes Batesville as well, folks. Additional thunderstorms will be developing as we get towards this evening and into the night. Tornado watch is for those areas, but this current tornado warning at this point does not affect the Batesville area. Independence County, you are good. Lawrence County, Randolph County, Greene County, Craighead County. Seek shelter immediately. This is me and Derek's first warning to those areas. You need to seek shelter now. Walnut Ridge, you do not have a lot of time. You need to be seeking shelter immediately here. Go ahead, Derek. What you got for me, buddy?
I also want to stress something else right now as well. We have a lot of laughing emojis, and we have a lot of people starting
That don't surprise me. That don't surprise me. It happens
once again, folks,
every time we have a live stream.
You know, this is a dangerous situation, and where lives are at stake. This is not a funny situation. This is not a time to be laughing and, you know, carrying on. Again, we have a tornado emergency, folks, for Walnut Ridge. This is moving into Walnut Ridge in minutes. Again, if you live in Walnut Ridge, you need to be in the lowest level of your house, away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Again, this is a dangerous situation, folks. Right now, the greatest severe threat is currently up here in northeast Arkansas. I want to mention this, folks. Tornado watch for central and northeast Arkansas. Tornado warning, tornado emergency is currently in Walnut Ridge. We have a watch that has been issued for much of central and northeast Arkansas. We have a warning with a tornado emergency, tornado on the ground. Currently moving into Walnut Ridge.
That's what we do at this point here, guys. So that's what we're looking at right now. And unfortunately, on this track that I have, Derek, this track is very, very concerning at this point. We got a rare tornado emergency in place. So Walnut Ridge, you have less. What time is it around? It's 7:55 right now. You have less than about 10 to 15 minutes to seek your tornado precautions immediately in this area. They do have a new special weather statement that's going to go for the hail part of this storm, but the tornado part itself is going to track right through Lawrence and right through Craighead County. So please keep this in mind. This is moving due southeast at this point. I got Walnut Ridge in the track right now, Jonesboro, especially the northern side of Jonesboro at this point. You need to be seeking shelter immediately in these areas, guys. We cannot stress this enough. Said before, guys, we do not take this storm lightly, guys, okay? Do not take this storm for granted. It is a tornado emergency for a reason. You need to seek shelter immediately. Jonesboro, I know you're hearing the sound of my voice right now. You're listening to this. You're like, okay, I'm not in the warning right now. Why should I seek shelter? Because this storm is headed right to you at this point, okay? Not only that, Kirby, I see your comment. Not only that, but we are very concerned about the hail potential. He's got a, let me go back to that comment real quickly. Cars and houses, the windows have been destroyed with the hail baseball, the grapefruit-sized hail, and this is moving due southeast at this point, right around 50 to 55 miles per hour. So you need to be seeking shelter immediately in these areas, guys. We cannot stress that enough at this point.
The damage threat has been upgraded to catastrophic.
Catastrophic.
So we are now up to catastrophic. Large tornado on the ground. So this is.
So there it is right there, folks. This is what we got at this time. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Derek. What you got from the reports?
All right. I'm looking to see no more reports yet. So I'm going to actually sound. Again, there are no tornado warnings in Central Arkansas at this time. It's only a tornado watch.
It's a tornado watch, folks. I know it, like I said before, and I understand a lot of people are kind of on edge. It's been a rough week for us here in Arkansas. We've had multiple severe threats across the board, and a lot of people that have storm anxiety. This has been like the worst case scenario for you guys. We promise we're here for you. We stress so much. Place your trust in us, guys. We're here for a reason. We're going to keep you guys informed here, but I understand it's been a rough week for everybody for this week. We've had this, I think, our fourth severe event for us here in the natural state. It's been a very, very long week for us here, guys. So we understand that a lot of people are kind of worried and stuff like that, but you got to listen to us. You got to stay aware. This is why we tell you guys downstream, like, for example, the Greene and Craighead counties areas. You're not under the 21 right now, but we're giving you guys advance notice. That way you know what to do. As long as you guys have a plan and ready to go, we promise you guys we're going to be here, okay? Just do us that big favor. If a tornado warning goes out for your area, seek shelter, guys. Don't wait for confirmation, especially at night. because you're not going to see it coming, okay? So this is going to affect Lawrence County. This is going to affect Greene. This is going to affect northern Craighead County. Also, regarding the special weather statement, I know there's special weather statement for Greene and Craighead County at this point.
I'm not
That's
sure
going to go.
why.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think that should have been a severe thunderstorm warning because of the hail, but. Yeah, so of course we don't control the warnings, we just report. So the special weather statement area, I say just be prepared for hail. Be prepared for that 3 to 4 inch hail in those areas here, guys. Okay, so that's going to go for Greene and northern Craighead County. And then right here, folks, okay, that Lawrence area, you need to be seeking shelter immediately in this area, guys. So before, tornado watch has been issued till midnight. Tornado warning itself goes until 8:30. PDS, tornado warning, tornado emergency for downtown Walnut Ridge. This is a tornado damage threat, catastrophic. That means your life is at risk if you do not seek shelter immediately in this area here, guys. What, Narek, what you got me free for imports? Yeah.
I'm still looking for new reports. Again, spotters are reporting a very large and destructive tornado with this storm. Again, just because it doesn't look impressive on radar does not mean it's there.
Yeah.
Let's go back to our velocity scale.
Yeah, for that one reason I'm concerned about that. I know everybody's gonna see it on radar and it doesn't look impressive. When I'm worried about this at this point, okay? So you're looking on radar scan. First of all, this looks very impressive over Lawrence County. This is a well-defined area of low pressure, not area of low pressure, excuse me, an area of rotation across the board. So when you see your green and your red kind of combine, and one thing I want to stress right here, when you see that, that is what we call a velocity spike right here. So basically that just shows you how strong the tornado is, and it's just been there for a long time. But one thing I want to notice, I want you guys to notice as well, this purple line that you're seeing right through here, that is where LZK's radar is basically at. Anything beyond that point, it's barely there, but it's able to be grabbed. So yeah, I see it, man. That is a definitely a large tornado on the ground here. So basically the point I'm trying to make is, guys, I know it's not going to look impressive on radar, but you still need to take it seriously. You still need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately in this area, guys. That's getting away from windows. That's putting as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Get to the lowest area of your home immediately. Noah, I know you're still there, buddy. Me and Derek have been handling the live stream, so
do you have any new information for us, Noah?
No, do you have any more information? Give me one second.
Give me one moment here.
Okay, let me turn you up a little bit. There you go.
Other than some law enforcement in Black Rock reported a tornado at 7:58. Confirmed tornado on the ground west of Black Rock on Lawrence Highway 210. That's at 7:58 p.m. That's the newest update that I have as well. Well, we just got an update to that tornado warning as well.
Yeah, I just saw it. I just saw a new update as well. It just came in. Yeah. So this is going to be the newest update to the sport here. Okay, so basically what they did know, they canceled the tornado warning for East Central Sharp County, but a tornado emergency still remains in effect for Black Rock and Walnut Ridge. This is a tornado emergency for those areas, particularly dangerous situation. This thing is still on the ground. Yeah. It is still on the ground as of 7:59, about 3 minutes ago. So a confirmed large and destructive tornado was located over Black Rock. So Black Rock has taken a hit from this tornado, unfortunately. This is moving east at about 45 miles per hour. Tornado emergency for Black Rock and Walnut Ridge. Walnut Ridge, we've been urging you guys for like the last 20 to 30 minutes. You need to be seeking shelter immediately. Law enforcement confirmed tornado in this point here, okay? So let me see here. What do you have?
Okay, so we are also now getting reports of 110 mile an hour winds were measured in Cherokee Village as the tornado passed. Walnut Ridge, you are about to take nearly a direct hit
from
a destructive tornado. Let's go on and get Towns on there.
There it is. Oh boy.
There it is right there.
There it is right there.
Powhatan, you need to be in a safe place now. Hoxie, Walnut Ridge, you're next. Let's get streets on here, Cameron.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
And let's look at the streets on here and see. And let's get a straight view here on exactly what we are looking at. And let's stay with this view here for just a little bit. Okay. So not only, again,
there is. Oh, man. Look at that net scan, so man. There's a lot of debris being lofted up. So, folks, you need to, Yeah, that's a lot of, yeah, that's the debris indicator at this point. Yeah, I was just showing where the rotation was on top of the debris. So right through here, that's going to be Lawrence Road 504 West, Lawrence Road 514. This is also going to impact Barn Hill Road over here as well, Lawrence Road 507, Compress Road over here. This is also going to impact Highway 63 in the town of Hotsey at this point. So Walnut Ridge, you need to be in your safe place now. This is a dangerous tornado on the ground at this point. So this is also going to include Highway 63 at this time here, guys. So you need to be seeking shelter right now. So this is also there. It's going to go for Highway 63. Highway 63 over here, Highway 63, the area over here, and then also this is going to continue down. This is also going to include Highway 67 that runs from Walnut Ridge all the way down into this area here. So this is what we got at this point, guys. Very destructive tornado on the ground here. We're going to go back over to our velocity for just a bit, Derek, and there it is right there. I mean, there's undeniable proof that it is a tornado at this point. I'm going to go ahead and move our indicator back over here. At this time here. So there it is right there, folks. It is basically right there at Walnut Ridge's doorstep. You need to be seeking shelter immediately in these areas. That's getting away from windows, spin mini walls to unity as high as possible. Get to the lowest area of your home immediately in these areas, okay? Derek, you got any more information on damage or anything like that?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm seeing
I believe Black Rock has taken a hit, though. I believe Black Rock has taken a direct hit because they came right over Black Rock. So they have taken a direct hit. I say this is probably... if downtown Walnut Ridge doesn't take a hit, it is definitely going to go to the south portion of Walnut Ridge here. So we're going to try to zoom this down. Give me just one bit. Let me speed blitz our radar for just a bit. And we're going to zoom this down and try to impact some roads here. So this is like Highway 63 over here. Compress Road. This is going to pass over Industrial Drive over here as well. Southwest Alice Street. In this area here. This is mainly going to impact the area of Hotsey over here, just south of the Walnut Ridge area at this time. So you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. So I was going to go for southeast 2nd Street over here. Also Sullivan's Drive over here, Lawrence Road 701, Southwest Maple Street over here as well. Broad Street, you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. Let's see here. Dick, what you got for me?
So one of our forecasters and chasers, Cameron Williams, is moving northwest. He's getting ready to position in Jonesboro, just ahead of this storm. Again, Jonesboro, you are not under the warning yet.
New tornado. Okay, all right. We got new information. Tornado emergency for downtown Jonesboro. We have a tornado emergency for downtown Jonesboro at this point. Take your tornado precautions immediately. We have a new warning that just got issued here. So bear with me for just a second, everybody. We do have a new tornado emergency. So this is where it's going to get critical for us. If you know anybody in Jonesboro right now, you need to tag them to this live stream immediately. And what I mean immediately, guys. This is going to go for Craighead County at this point. That same area we've been urging for you guys for like the last 20 to 30 minutes. Jonesboro, you are now in a tornado emergency. Take your tornado precautions now. Your life is on the line here. So let's go ahead and take a look at this at this point. Tornado emergency for southwestern Greene County, northern Craighead County. The National Weather Service in Memphis has issued a tornado warning for southwestern Greene and Craighead County at this point. Until 8:45, a confirmed large and destructive tornado was observed, over Black Rock, moving southeast at 50 miles per hour. Tornado emergency from Fontaine and Bono, and I am going to include Jonesboro in this as well. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now in this area, guys. So, deadly tornado. Source, it's radar confirmed tornadoes. That means we don't have anybody on it right now, so they're going straight off of radar. This is going to include Jonesboro, Paragould, Bono, Lake City. This is also going to include Coley's Ridge State Park. Also, Gun Point. Also, the area over here towards Lake Pearson State Park as well. Take your tornado precautions immediately. To repeat, a large, extremely dangerous, and particularly dangerous tornado is on the ground. To protect your life, take cover now in these areas here. So this is where it's going to get critical for us here at Arkansas Weather Watchers. If you know anybody that is in Jonesboro right now, tag them in this live stream immediately. We are giving you guys wall-to-wall coverage on what's going on. We will be here and keeping you guys updated on this. But this is going to go for the downtown Jonesboro area, Brooklyn, Bono area. You need to be seeking shelter immediately. This is going to stay north of Cache. This is going to stay north of Truman. It's going to stay north of the Jackson County area. This is staying north of Poinsettia County. This is coming straight into southwestern Greene and right through central Greene County. The same areas me and Derek have been talking about for the last 20 minutes now. Jonesboro, you should have already been in shelter by this point. If you're not in shelter right now, you need to be in shelter immediately. I hope this tornado emergency light lit something under you at this point here, guys. Take cover immediately in this area here.
So, once again...
What do you got for me?
Alright, so once again, tornado emergency for Black Rock, Walnut Ridge.
Walnut Ridge, you need to be in shelter right now.
Walnut Ridge, you need to be in your safe place now. Lowest level of your house, away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Again, if you live in Sedgwick, if you live in Bono, if you live in Brooklyn, if you live in Jonesboro, you need to be taking your tornado precaution. Lake City, you're under a tornado emergency as well. Alright, so once again, not only Lake City, Monette. I know we've said these town names many a time since December. Again, this is not December 10th, but again, we have a tornado emergency for the town of Jonesboro, for Lake City, for just outside of Monette, folks.
Yeah, and
for the town of Brooklyn,
for
the town of Bono. This area has been hit so many times over the last couple of years.
Yep.
And again, we are not new to this. We're going to stay with you through this together. Again, if you are a church official, do not let anybody out at this point. Get them to shelter now.
Their life is on the line.
If you live in Jonesboro,
their life is on the line at this point.
Especially in Jonesboro, do not send people home from church. We are in the middle of Good Friday services. Some of them are just ending. Folks, this is a matter of life and death.
Yep.
Right now, again, a tornado emergency. This has been a tornado emergency since Cherokee Village. This has been on the ground since Cherokee Village.
That's right there on the boundary.
This is moving from northwest to southeast.
Yeah, and that's what's helping what's called the tornado genesis at this point, is because you noticed something when it was going through northern Arkansas. It was moving due east, and then all of a sudden they got it kicked southeast. When these storms move from northwest to southeast, it really helps with the tornado genesis because it forces southeast winds into it. And as long as you have a steady stream of southeast winds into the storm, that will keep the tornado going immediately, guys. And take a look at this. And I'm gonna stress this, guys. This is our radar at this point. Derek, I believe this storm is breaking the scale on our radar.
Yeah.
It is breaking the scale on the radar. Look at here, right there. Right there.
Radar here
right here, where you see the gray and even a black area now. That is beginning to max out our radar, folks. Our radar is meant for the most extreme situations, and this is beginning to max that out, guys.
Let's go to our velocity Cameron.
Give me 1 second. Going back over to it.
I'm seeing multiple camera angles.
Yeah, there it is, right there.
Now.
Yeah, right there.
I'm seeing multiple. Okay, so large observed wedge tornado on the ground in Walnut Ridge. Numerous power flashes being seen.
Yep, right there.
This is moving into downtown Walnut Ridge as we speak. Again, a violent tornado. Grapefruit sized hail and a violent tornado. Now getting reports of winds of max to max velocity. Is now approaching over 120 miles an hour on velocity. Again, folks, this is over 100 miles away from the radar, and it's showing that.
Good. Yeah, definitely.
So, folks, once again, we don't hype. We don't, put you on guard for nothing, folks. We have given the town of Jonesboro ample heads up. We gave Walnut Ridge over 30 minutes heads up. That's the coverage you were going to get right here on AWW, right here with the Arkansas Storm Team. Again, this is moving from Walnut Ridge towards Jonesboro, towards Brooklyn. If you live in Paragould, watch the storm closely. It may try to turn east. I think it's going to stay on the southeasterly course.
Yeah.
And my concern is that it's going to stay on that southeasterly course, and if it does, that's going to track it into or just near the town of Jonesboro. Again, Walnut Ridge just took a direct hit from this storm.
Yeah, it's right, and it's right there. Derek, once again, we do have take a look at our velocity over here, man. We have a what's called a velocity spike once again right there. That's just south of Walnut Ridge. This is moving straight into the Segridge area, which is in southwestern Greene County, and it's going to make a run for Craighead. Now, I also want to say something too. This is going to move into Craighead County, and then it's going to make a run from Mississippi County. Mississippi County, you need to go ahead and take your tornado precautions here. If you know anybody, and I mean anyone that's traveling on Interstate 55 right now, go ahead and tell them to take their tornado precautions. I know it's going to look silly because you're not under a warning right now and the storm is easily about 80 to 100 miles away from you. But folks, you do not want to let your guard down with this storm. We give you guys advance notice for a reason. And also know just something. If you think this is hype or if you're mongering, feel free to leave this live stream immediately, guys. We're not here to entertain anybody. We're here to protect lives here at Arkansas Weather Watchers, okay? So, Craighead, this is going to be our first warning for you guys. You need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. If you know anybody in the Monad area that is going into Mississippi County, that's eventually going to make a run for Interstate 55 in this area, you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately at this point. So, that's going to go for the, I would say this is going to go between south of Blytheville. It's between south of Blytheville and Osceola over here. Same areas. Once again, Derek, from December 10th this time here. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're already on a rotation.
No,
okay.
I know that. Let's go to our debris indicator again.
Yeah.
We're getting multiple reports now of debris being seen on the radar, very far away from the radar scan.
Right there. That's right there, folks.
Again, with this being this far away from the radar.
I was going to say I could probably move this over to Memphis. If
let's move this over to the Memphis radar.
All right, give me one second.
So once again, in the words of Ryan Bond, if you can see a debris signature on radar this far away from the radar site, it is probably going to be a pretty dangerous and pretty big tornado. I'm now getting multiple reports of damage coming out of just northwest of Walnut Ridge now. Also, tornado was observed in Black Rock as of 8:01 in Black Rock, moving, and we just got reports now of it in
right there.
Ridge.
That's the new scan. That's from Memphis. That is from Memphis. There it is right there, folks. Man, that is a monster debris ball right there. That's just south of Walnut Ridge. Folks, this is what I'm saying. You need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately in this area. And this is looking at it from Memphis's radar, man. That's right there coming into northern Craighead County. So a tornado emergency continues for this area here. So this is going to go for downtown Jonesboro and Lake City. You need to be seeking shelter immediately in these areas. Also, this is our first alert to those in Mississippi County. Alright, so we're talking Lake City. This is going to say north of Truman at this point. I'm really getting concerned about interest in Mississippi County or along Interstate 55 at this time here. And if you are in Mississippi County right now, you need to go ahead and take your tornado precautions. I know it's going to look silly. I know it's going to look weird walking into a gas station or a grocery store saying, hey, I need to seek shelter and there's no warning. Do it anyway, folks. We're doing this. We're telling you this for a reason. That way it saves lives, guys, okay? So please take your tornado precautions immediately in this area here. The Bono area, the Brooklyn area, the Jonesboro area, Craighead County, Lake City, Carway area. You need to be seeking shelter now. Your life is on the line, folks. This is a large and dangerous tornado. This is moving due southeast into Bono, into Jonesboro, and into Brooklyn. You need to seek shelter immediately in this area, guys. Get away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Get to the lowest area of your home immediately in these areas here. Derek, you got any more damage reports that you're looking at this time here?
I'm trying to get a report where this is. All right, so this is coming out of the Walnut Ridge area. Homes and buildings completely destroyed just outside of Walnut Ridge. So again, we now have multiple damage reports. And folks, I'm currently trying to, wow, there, Cameron, here it is here.
Yeah.
Here on this guy's video on Twitter right now. You can see the
that is a monster
tornado, and it's moving southeast. It is moving southeast, folks, towards this. If you live in Sedgwick, you need to be in your safe place right now, folks. Lowest level of your house, away from windows, and put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Again, we have a dangerous tornado that has been on the ground now for quite some time. This has been on the ground now for at least 50 or 60 miles. Again, this is moving southeast, folks. Sedgwick, Bono, Brooklyn, Jonesboro. You need to be in your tornado safe place right now. lowest level of your house, away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. This is a dangerous situation. This is a tornado emergency for Jonesboro, Arkansas, for Sedgwick, Arkansas, Bono, Arkansas, Brooklyn, Arkansas, Lake City, Arkansas, Walnut Ridge. It is moving through there. We have multiple reports right now in Walnut Ridge of power flashes and damage. We are already getting these are from trained spotters from Arkansas Skywarn. Once again, this is the only warning in the state.
Look at that, Derek.
This is the warning we are going to continue to follow.
Yep.
Again, this is a dangerous situation with this storm. Once again,
this is
if you live in Jonesboro, you need
to be in shelter. Please, and that's the number one thing we've been worried about so much, guys. Don't try to go out and see this tornado. First of all, it's 8 o'clock at night. We all know what happened in March 2020. Okay, don't wait until the tornado is on top of you, folks. Please seek shelter immediately in this area. What I'm gonna tell you this the same time I tell everybody else when there's a tornado emergency. Your next action could be your last at this point here. Whatever you decide to do will determine what happens down the road, okay? Please take your tornado precautions immediately. I'm going to tell you this from a perspective from radar, from our NEXRAD radar. You see these gray and even some cases, Derek, the black right here, this is maxing out our radar scan right now. This is completely maxing out our radar. I don't know how more serious we can make the environment right now, folks, okay? You need to seek shelter immediately in these areas, okay? Get away from windows, put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Get to the lowest area of your home immediately. Aiden, Pat, if y'all see any inappropriate or childish comments, feel free to just go ahead and block them, guys. This is a very serious situation. We don't need it at this point. If you are in Jonesboro, if you are in Craighead County, if you are in Lake City, Brooklyn, Jonesboro, Bono, Sedgwick, Carway, Monette, in Mississippi County, you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. This is a very serious and very life-threatening situation. You need to treat it like that, and you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately, guys. This is about as serious as me and Derek can get at this point. Don't wait for confirmation. Don't wait for visual. Take your shelters immediately at this point. What you got?
We have a report from Noah as well. He's saying a new reports come in of cars flipped over on Highway 67 in Walnut Ridge.
Yep.
All right, folks. This is and what concerns me is now this is taking on the classic Hook Echo supercell structure. This storm is getting stronger as it moves towards the town of Jonesboro.
Look at it.
I mean, this is just this is one of those things that you hate to see. Again, this is our fourth day this week where we've dealt with severe weather like this. Unfortunately, it comes during a time of the year that is a holiday weekend. You know, not only that, a lot of churches in session. Again, we have it is Good Friday. Hopefully, a lot of churches have gotten out. If you live in Jonesboro, if you have churches going on in Jonesboro, don't let them out. Keep them there until this storm passes. This is a very dangerous storm. Again, this thing is only getting stronger as we get closer. We hope to see this break off the warm front soon and start to weaken. Unfortunately, that has not happened yet. And I've seen this time and time again where a supercell like this draws that warm front north into the storm to keep itself going.
This is kind of making me feel the Valonia Mayflower tornado all over again, where you had the warm front. Basically, you had a storm attach itself to the warm front and push the warm front further north. Very, very sad situation coming in, folks. This is why we're urging you guys so much, as you need to be taking your tornado precautions. Also, I've been getting a lot of comments about people not seeing coverage and stuff like that. Folks, if you need coverage, send them here. Send them here to Facebook, guys. This is why we're here. If you need coverage, you know someone that can't find coverage, send them here. This is why we're here. And the one thing, Derek, and I'm really worried about, you know, we've seen this a lot, especially on Wednesday, where you had storm after storm after storm kind of interacting with each other. This is all by itself. There is nothing to impede this storm. It is taking advantage of a very unstable atmosphere up here in northeastern Arkansas right now. It's taking advantage of the shear in place, the boundary. It's all by itself. That means that this thing has the potential of being a long track tornado all the way into Tennessee at this time. Okay? There's nothing in front of it to stop it. The only thing that can stop this storm is the storm itself. So you need to be seeking your tornado precautions immediately in this area, guys. This radar is not gray and black for no reason. This is beginning to max out our radar scale at this point. That means that this is producing very large hail, possibly up to 5-inch hail. Very, very strong rotation at this point, and you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately in this area here. I cannot stress that enough at this current time here, okay? Derek, feed me in with any reports that you're hearing at this time here. What you got for me?
I am not seeing anything else at this time, but once again, I'm certain as we keep going, this will continue. We will continue to see more and more reports coming in. Again, let's go back to our velocity scan here, Cameron.
Yep.
And let's get a zoom in again, and let's do a street view here.
Right there.
Here around Sedgwick. This storm is moving into the town of Sedgwick now. I will say this: the velocity doesn't look near as impressive.
I want to urge some caution with that. We're at the edge.
Right. We're right at the edge of it.
Yeah, we're right on the edge for Memphis and Little Rock. And I'm still hearing reports that this thing is still on the ground. So,
Tornado of Mercy does continue. So, again, if you live, let's zoom in a little bit closer. Let's get a velocity scan on this as well here. Let's get an update scan. And there it is, right just to the southwest of Sedgwick. Let's get a couple streets on that as well.
Already got it. That's going to be highway. That's going to be Lawrence Road over here. That's going to be Lawrence Road 717, Little Brown Loop. Over here as well. That's going to be also, give me 1 second, Craighead 159 Road over here. County Road 142, 147, County Road as well. Craighead Road 137. Also in this area, Highway 63 that runs north into Bono. This includes also downtown Bono as well. Also, this is going to move right over East College Street that is in Bono, downtown Bono at this current time here. And then I'm going to zoom this down just a little bit further. This is also going to go for Craighead 376 Road, County Road 354, Hasbrook Road over here as well. This is also going to go for County 342 Road, and also Arrowhead Farm Road as well. And I can leave some more roads. That's Duncan Road at this point, and Highway 141 that runs from Jonesboro north into far northeastern Arkansas. Those areas that I just listed, you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately in this area here. If I'm in downtown Memphis at this point, this is going to track north of downtown Memphis. I'm more concerned about Interstate 55 that runs from Gilmore up into the Boot Hill of Missouri. I'm more concerned about those areas. So if you're traveling, I'll say this: if you're traveling from Memphis on 40 and you're trying to go north into Interstate 55 and trying to lead to stay and go into Missouri, you need to find substantial shelter, and you need to take your tornado safe place immediately at this point, guys. There's nothing impeding the storm. I mean, absolutely nothing. It is all by itself. And like I said before, on Wednesday, we had a lot of storm interaction problems. Today, they're all by themselves. Also, Derek, we got some other storms near Heber Springs that are trying to get going as well. So all of these storms that are by themselves, we're going to have to watch tonight for the potential of seeing a couple of strong tornadoes, large hail, and also that damaging wind potential at the current time. Dustin, you hit it right on the nail.
Let's go to our damage view here.
Yeah.
Again, I'm seeing multiple reports, and this thing just continues to just take that classic look.
Yeah, that's right there.
Again, let's go to our damage indicator here just to see exactly what we can see on this.
That's gotta be right there.
On this storm again. Again, the problem with this tonight is that there's a lot of hail as well.
Yeah.
So you have debris being lofted into the air, while you also have the tornado itself bringing hail in from around the other side. So
it's a very, very
just
messy.
in between Sedgwick and Bono, is where this storm is.
Right there.
I want to urge caution with this. This may track just north of Jonesboro, but it's going to be close.
Too close of a call.
Jonesboro,
Way too close.
You need to be in a safe place right now.
Yep.
Brooklyn, you definitely need to be in your safe place right now. Lowest level of your house, away from windows.
Right there, Derek.
Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Again,
we're going to put a track on this real quick.
Again, the latest scan continues to show a large and extremely dangerous tornado moving southeast. This is going to track very close to, if not over, the town of Jonesboro. I think this is going to track just to the north of Jonesboro, but just barely.
Yep.
Again, if you are at Arkansas State University, if you can hear the sound of my voice, get to shelter now. Again, hopefully most of us have gone home for Easter break. However, if you're still there, and you can hear the sound of my voice, this is moving southeast at 50 miles per hour.
You do
not have much time to get to shelter. If you live in Cache, Sirens are going off of cash. You are good at cash.
Cash are good to go.
Jonesboro, you need to be in a safe place now. Brooklyn, you need to be in a safe place now. Lake City, you need to be in a safe place now. Monette as well. I know these two towns we have said time and time again. Leachville, I know we are tornado weary from last
December.
This should stay to your southwest.
I'm very worried for the Caraway area.
The towns of Brooklyn,
also
Lake City, Caraway, Osceola. You need this is your first alert as well. This storm is still tracking. If it keeps tracking, and I don't see any reason why it won't, this is going to track towards you very, very soon.
Yep.
But again, right now, tornado emergency for the town of Jonesboro and Brooklyn and Bono. Again, if you live in Lawrence County, Walnut Ridge, this is now out of your area. Do not try to go out and see damage, though. We are getting...
Please.
Law enforcement is urging you, if you live in Walnut Ridge, to stay in your homes. Folks, this is a dangerous situation. Lots of damage and debris starting to be seen.
Okay.
Update from the National Weather Service of Memphis. Tornado emergency continues for Jonesboro, Bono, Lake City until 8:45.
Yep.
Catastrophic damage is expected. 4-inch hail.
Yep. That's the one thing we're worried about here. So, Derek, I'm getting a lot of reports that the traffic cam, and I'm going to attempt to do this. We're going to keep radar up as much as possible, guys. But we're going to attempt something we haven't really done during tornado coverage. I'm going to try to see for just a second the iDrive.
It's not going to be on.
It's not going to be on 55, but I may be able to pull up some cameras over here along the Craighead area to kind of show everybody where it's at. But folks, and I want to say this: if you're on Interstate 55, look at the track. The track's going to take it straight to Mississippi County along Interstate 55. So this is our first alert to you guys. You're not in a warning yet, but you need to go ahead and seek your tornado precautions immediately at this point, guys. As getting away from windows, put as many walls to uni outside as possible. Get to the lowest area of your home immediately in these areas, guys. We cannot stress that enough at this point.
While you try to pull that up, I do want to stress something.
Go ahead.
Okay, so this tornado is still on the ground, folks. It is never picked up off the ground. There is a tornado emergency in effect.
Yep. Give me 1 second.
There is a tornado emergency in effect. Again, this tracked over the town of Walnut Ridge. It tracked right in between.
Yep.
It tracked right in between the towns of it tracked right near the town of Hoxie.
Yep.
And it tracked right over Walnut Ridge. There are multiple reports of damage coming out of Walnut Ridge. Again, this is a tornado on the ground.
Yep.
Okay? This is a tornado on the ground. It is moving southeast towards the town of Jonesboro. We lost our radar for the second.
It's got to come back up.
It's coming right back up here in just a second. Once again, this is a tornado on the ground, and it's coming into or just near the town of Jonesboro. Again, this is a dangerous situation, folks, if you live in the town of Jonesboro.
Yep, that's it right there. So, fortunately, we got a new scan in for our radar here for just a bit. Fortunately, this may just to the north of Jonesboro. I mean, you can't get any closer than right there with it not going over Jonesboro at this point. There's a new scan, by the way. Definitely a hail potential. I mean, this is going to impact areas north of Jonesboro at this point. So Jonesboro, this does not mean leave your shelters. This means stay in your areas, and you need to be taking your turn. Yeah, it is definitely on the ground here.
Back when it was a Walnut Ridge.
Yeah, it's definitely a large tornado at this point here. So guys, so far there's nothing impeding it. I mean, any storm that's trying to get going ahead of it is getting sucked into the storm. So that's how strong this system is. So you're going to bisect this storm as it is right now here. So you've got large hail up here. So you've got easily 4-inch hail within this storm right in here. And in the area right here, that's kind of the appendage that's going right over Bono right now. That is the tornado itself. At this point here. So you need to be seeking shelter immediately, guys. We can't stress that enough. Multiple reports of damage, multiple reports of destruction at this point coming out from Lawrence County here. You need to be seeking shelter immediately in this area here. Derek, you got any more information for me at this time, bud?
I'm still looking for newest information. Again, 4-inch hail does continue with this storm as well. So not only do we have a tornado, but we have very, very, very large hail. 4 inches in diameter hail continue to track in with this storm. Again, if you live in Brooklyn, you need to be in your safe place right now. Lowest level of your house, away from windows, and put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Lake City, same exact thing. Monette, this is going to, if you don't get the tornado part of the storm, you're going to get very, very large hail. You have minutes, but now would be the time to bring those cars inside.
Okay, we're looking at this from the iDrive area, and this is just outside of Bono at this point. First of all, the camera is extremely shaky. That just shows you how powerful this storm is at this point. But I believe for just a second, just a split image, we may have had the tornado for just a second here. So I'm going to attempt to try to look at it. This is the best camera view that we're going to have. So I'm gonna attempt to try to put it probably on the bottom right corner of the screen so you guys can see it. But folks, you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately at this point, guys. We can't stress that enough. You need to get away from windows, put as many walls to uni outside as possible. Get to the lowest area of your home immediately in these areas here, okay? So we're gonna attempt to try to pull this up. Okay, so bear with us for just a bit. Alright, we're gonna try to pull this up so you guys can see on the bottom right corner of the screen here. But this is what you've got at this point. If you live in Jonesboro, if you live in Lake City, Brooklyn, if you live in Carway, you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. That's getting away from windows. That's put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. That's getting into the lowest area of your home immediately in these areas. We cannot stress that enough. Now, I want to say the clock's going to go away for just a bit, but I am going to attempt right there. Okay, basically right here. Alright, so the clock's going to go away for just a bit. Alright, I'm going to try to take this up just a little bit more so you guys can see it. There it is, right there. Okay, so at the bottom left corner of your screen is the camera we have right now that is in the Bono, Arkansas area. This is courtesy from RDOT, and you can see the camera is very, very shaky at this point here. So you need to be seeking shelter immediately in this point, guys. Get away from windows, but as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Get to the lowest area of your home immediately here. Go ahead, Derek.
Alright, so also now getting reports, Ryan Vaughn has told the folks at the KIT news station to take shelter.
Okay.
So that is coming straight from Ryan Vaughn in Jonesboro. Once again, folks, this is a dangerous storm. It is going to track very close to, let's go on and zoom in on Jonesboro camera, because now we are getting to a very highly populated area, a lot of subdivision homes through here. Let's go and look at our velocity scan. Once again, Cameron here.
We'll go back to our...
I'll take over here for this second. Go on and keep control here.
Okay.
Go on and control everything.
Okay.
So once again, let's go and zoom in on Jonesboro and Brooklyn, so we get both of you in here. Again, this is tracking it's very dangerously close to the town of Jonesboro, folks.
Yeah.
The very north, Arkansas State is right on the edge of this. This is going to be tracking. That's going to get a straight view up here.
All
right. So once again, if you live in Brooklyn, you need to be in a safe place. Jonesboro, you better be in that safe place already. This is tracking just near Arkansas State. Let's zoom in on Jonesboro.
Okay.
All right. Now that's all right. So let's go here towards the center of town.
Okay. That's
okay. So if you remember, this is the center of Jonesboro. So the 2020 storm tracked on the south side of town. Folks, this is coming in on the north side of town.
Yeah,
this is going to be north of 49. This is going to be a state. A state is right. Arkansas State is right here.
Yep, right here.
This is where Arkansas State is. Now let's zoom out a little bit.
Okay, I'm putting an X right there.
All right. That's a zoom out just a little bit.
Okay.
This tornado is going to track very close, very close to. Very close
you
to...
You want to loop the radar as well?
Yes.
Okay.
That's going to loop it.
Okay.
This is going to track very close to Arkansas State and maybe just north of Arkansas State. But, again, this is moving through the northern suburbs of Jonesboro, but very highly populated area. If you can hear the sound of my voice, please, please, please be in your shelters right now, folks. This is a dangerous situation. We know what it's like in Jonesboro. We just went through one a few years ago. I was there. I was there for it live. This is a situation where you do not want to be outside when this thing comes in. And let's go on and stop it.
Okay.
Again.
All
so
right.
Once again,
there's a new warning, by the way.
Okay.
It's not tour emergency. but it is a new warning that does include western Mississippi County at this point. The same areas the same track that we've been talking about. It's radar indicated, but it's still capable of producing 2-inch hail at this time here. So guys, please treat this as this is still on the tornado. It's still on the ground at this point.
It's showing tornado mercy for us.
Yeah. So this is okay. So the first warning is right here, and then the red box right here. There's another box. Yeah. That one's going to be for radar indicated. So basically that just tells us there's nobody on it at right this point. So it's right there on the edge, guys. I mean, it is right there between Jonesboro and Brooklyn. You need to be seeking shelter immediately in these areas, guys. Get away from windows, put as many walls to your uni outside as possible. Get to the lowest area of your home immediately in this area. We cannot stress that enough, guys. Take this storm very seriously. It has a history of producing tornado damage back when it was in Cherokee Village, as it was making its way down into Craighead County. You need to be seeking your safe place immediately. And I know everybody, we talk about that a lot.
Let's pull up RDOT cams.
Okay.
Let's pull them up from around
Jonesboro,
Brooklyn or Jonesboro.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Again, tornado mercy continues for Jonesboro. Again, I have not seen any reports.
Which is great news, by the way. Great news that we don't have any reports of tornado on the ground. I'm the only one, Derek, the only live stream cams I can use from the Jonesboro is going to be from the far southeast corner. So we're going to attempt. I'm going to see how it looks. This is coming from US 49 over here in the Stadium Boulevard at this point. And I'm going to try to see if I can get it's not going to give me a good view right now. So this tornado is tracking literally right between the camera views right now here. So I'm going to see if we can attempt to get some kind of view on this. I don't have a lot of view on it right now. Right there. So we'll just keep it on radar at this point.
Okay.
When it begins to make its way towards Interstate 55, I'll have some more traffic cams that we can look. So I'm going to keep it. What I'm going to do, Derek, I'm going to go ahead and have our traffic cam up over here on Interstate 55.
Okay.
And we're going to have that popped up so that way when it begins to make its way down, we'll be able to take advantage of it. But folks, as I said before, you still need to take your tornado precautions. I mean, regardless if you can see this tornado 9, I want to stress something too. This is late in the evening going into the nighttime hours. You've basically lost daytime daylight at this point. So this is the area that is going to include. This is between Jonesboro and Brooklyn. And this is going to make its one down into western Mississippi and then Interstate 55 over here. They need to be seeking shelter.
Let's stay on velocity here now. So once again, Monette, Lake City, Bay, you need to be in your safe place now. I'm really shocked they went with camera tornado warning instead of a
tornado emergency.
With this, considering we've had this on the ground for quite some time. Again, this is
tornado emergency at this point,
also getting reports of multiple trailer homes damaged as well now behind this storm as it continues to push off towards the southeast here at about 40 to 50 miles an hour. Again, this is tracking just to the northeast side of Jonesboro right now. So once again, this is tracking just northeast of Jonesboro. This is going to track towards Lake City. So if you live along State Highway 18, we remember this well. If you remember, the 2020 tornado came through Jonesboro to Brooklyn to Paragould. December 10th, Lake City, Monette, Leachville. This one is going to cross the paths of both of those, and it's going to move southeast. Caraway, this is tracking right for you. Lake City, you need to be in a safe place now. Jonesboro, this is moving across you right now. Again, very strong rotation on this storm is still there. Again, this is moving very close to the radar site. Now, it's getting a lot closer, so we're starting to get a better visual of this storm with each passing scan.
Yep. And also, I want to stress something too. Not only the tornado threat, Derek, we still got a large hail threat. We got to contend with this as well. Calling for about 2 to 3 inch in diameter hail. That is very, very large hail, folks. Something that can easily destroy windows. That can easily. Give me 1 second here. I can stop the radar loop for just a bit. There it is, there. So yeah, so we're reporting 2 to 3 inch in diameter hail with this storm as well. So just please keep that in mind at this point, guys. Tornado watch still continues until 12 o'clock or midnight tonight. for northeastern Arkansas and central Arkansas as well. We are expecting thunderstorms to develop. I am going to take a look at guidance in just a little bit while Derek is taking over tornado coverage. The bottom left corner of your screen, this is along Interstate 55 right now. Right now we don't have a good visual on it near Jonesboro, so we decided to take advantage of the camera. These cameras are, by the way, by RDOT at this point. So therefore, guys, don't wait for confirmation. Go ahead and take your tornado precautions immediately. This area that's getting away from windows, put as many walls to you outside as possible. Get to the lowest area of your home immediately. And I know everybody's kind of wondering about if this is a tornado emergency or a tornado warning. Folks, they're both tornado warnings at this point. That's just the emergency side of it. It's for a populated city at this point. Treat that red box as if it were the blue box. Don't let your guard down just because it's not a tornado emergency. Take your tornado precautions immediately in this area. We cannot stress that enough at this point, guys. Get away from windows. Put as many walls to you outside as possible. Get to the lowest area of your home immediately, folks. Derek, if you got any more information, please let me know.
Alright, so not getting...
And also, if you got anybody in Walnut Ridge or in the Hot Sea area, please let us know. If y'all are okay, please send us some messages or anything like that. We're now getting confirmed reports that it went right through. Unfortunately, it has gone right through the Walnut Ridge area, guys, and I'm really, really terrified about the images I'm probably going to get ready to see from this area here, folks. So please take your tornado precautions immediately, guys. Don't just wait for the tornado emergency or anything like that, folks. Don't wait for confirmation. If you see a red box, I'm going to take this from James Spann again. Respect the polygon, folks. Please don't wait for it to be confirmed or anything like that. If a tornado warning goes out, go ahead and seek shelter. Don't wait for anything like that. Also, interest along Interstate 55. That's going to go for the Keesler area, and also let me see here for Osceola, south of Blytheville, between Terrell and also the Blytheville area, along Interstate 55 that runs right through Mississippi County. You need to be seeking shelter immediately. You don't want to wait. You don't want to wait for the storm to get to you. Take advantage of it now. Don't wait for the storm to get to you. Go ahead and seek those tornado precautions immediately at this point. Don't wait for confirmation or anything like that, guys. You need to seek shelter immediately at this current point here, okay? So, what do you got for me, Derek? I'm getting a lot of pictures coming in, folks. Go ahead, Derek.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any more reports of damage. I'm not seeing especially any reports yet coming out of the Jonesboro area, which is a very good thing. But again, we still have very strong rotation on this storm. Still have the rotation spike on this storm, of lots of spike on this storm. So again, continue to take your tornado precaution. If you live in Lake City, if you live in Bay, if you live in Caraway, you need to be in your safe place now. Lowest level of your house, away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Again, if you look back, this is tracked through all the majorly populated areas. Again, this was moving due east, and then turned southeast along our warm front. It hit Cherokee Village. It hit Walnut Ridge. It passed just north of Jonesboro. This is going to pass just north of Memphis. But again, you see all these little suburbs over here, Covington, Munford, Mason, Millington, over here in Tennessee. These are highly populated areas in West Tennessee. Osceola, this is your first alert on this storm as well. Not only do you have a hailstorm, but you also have the potential of a tornado. This has been on the ground for quite some time. Even though there's not a tornado emergency with this, continue to treat it as it is. This is moving out of our highly populated areas back into our farmlands. So once again, tornado has been on the ground for quite some time. Not getting any reports, but radar does indicate that it easily could still be on the ground. It is right through here, right in between Jonesboro and Lake City. Latest scan coming in, it still shows very deep scans right in between Jonesboro and Lake City. Jonesboro, right there. We've gotten extremely lucky, folks.
I was going to say, you could probably, as a matter of fact, Derek, you could do this, go over here and show everybody where the rotation is. So it's basically right here. That's going to be right there. No deniable proof on that, folks. You need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. And Derek, if you do me a favor, go ahead and take over for just a little bit. I'm looking at guidance right now. And I've been getting a lot of people ask about what's the tornado threat for tonight or stuff like that. Folks, please respect the fact that we are live for tornado coverage, okay? All the information you need in terms of where you are in terms of city and counties can be found on the page here. We have to give respect to the folks that are under the tornado warning right now because of the fact they need this information. So please keep that in mind, everybody. If you need information, we have a full Facebook page for a reason. But to kind of ease some minds across the state, I am looking at guidance right now, and we are expecting more supercell development later this evening. This will mainly impact north and central Arkansas, same areas in this point. This supercell is likely going to track right into western Tennessee. So anybody that is in western Tennessee right now that can hear my voice, that's going to go for, let's see, Mississippi County, the far western areas of West Tennessee. You need to go ahead and seek your tornado safe place immediately. This is the potential of being a very long track storm going right through northern Arkansas, going right through northeast Arkansas into West Tennessee at this point here. But what this is going to do, Derek, this is going to leave more out. This is going to leave what's called an outflow boundary out. And what's going to happen later into this evening, we're talking 10, 11 o'clock tonight, we will see more storms start to get going, especially for our folks in central Arkansas, close to the area that's under the tornado watch right now. So please keep that in mind, folks, okay? I know everybody's worried across the state. I understand. We get it, guys. We understand that everybody's worried. But at the same time, when there's a tornado warning, we have to respect the fact that there are people on this live stream that are coming here for life-saving information, okay? So please keep that in mind, folks. We still have a tornado, and you can look at velocity scan, Derek. There it is right there, undeniable proof, right over Craighead County this time here. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right, so once again, so the good news is, for the town of Jonesboro, you are no longer in this warning.
Good.
This is now past the town of Jonesboro. So far, no reports coming out of Jonesboro. But again, we still have 4-inch hail. Or, well, at least 2 to 3 inch hail.
Yeah, 2 to 3 inch hail.
But this storm has had 4 inch hail for quite some time with this storm, at least via radar. Again, if you live in Lake City, the good news is we're starting to lose that deep rotation that we've seen for quite some time with this storm. It's still there, but it's not as pronounced as it once was. Let's switch this back to our reflectivity.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Right.
That's right there.
So again, if there's still a tornado with this storm,
so there could be some interference with these other storms that may get going. So that's great news. There may be some other storms that are trying to get going right now. We've got one on our dot cam on Interstate 55 right now. We got some thunderstorms in the area, so that may try to help this storm kill the storm off completely in terms of the inflow coming in. Derek, take a look at White County as well. We got other storms. This is what I was talking about earlier, folks. We do have other storms that are going to try to keep going across the area here, folks. This is the reason why we're saying still take your tornado precautions if you're in Craighead County or in western Mississippi County at this point. Regardless of the tornado, it is still capable of producing very large hail, upwards to 3 inch in diameter at this current time.
All right, let's go to our debris indicator here. Let's see exactly what we can see on this again.
It's gonna be, we can compare the two for just a bit. So there's the area of rotation right there.
Area of rotation right here.
Okay, it's gonna come.
It's to our.
Yeah, it's gonna come up for just a second here. Let me go back over to our, because it's really right there on the edge. I mean, there it is right there.
So it's if there's still a tornado, this is where it's going to be, folks. It's going to be right through here.
Yep.
Right where the hook is. This is where our debris indicator is still showing up. All right. So once again, we're going to assume this is still on the ground. If you live in Lake City, you need to be taking your safe place right now, lowest level of your house, away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside. This is crossing Highway 18 right now. That's on the southern edge of this morning. So via that, as it may, it's going to track right towards the town of Caraway. If it stays on its track, it's going to track right in between Dias and Osceola. All right. So once again, here's Lake City. Here is Caraway. If you live in Caraway, you need to be in a safe place right now, lowest level of your house, away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Once again, if you live just west, if you live along Highway 18, this is where it is tracking right now. Again, this is debris possible with this storm. Again, I'm not seeing as strong as it once was. That's a good thing. This could be a debris fallout as well. But once again, continue to take your tornado precautions. Lowest level of your house, away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. If you live in Brooklyn, you are good. This storm is past you now. You still have very large hail falling right now. Right now, the biggest concern is going to be Lake City to Caraway. This is our next area of concern. The town of Caraway, you need to be taking your tornado precautions now. Let's go back to our velocity again, Cameron, just to take a updated look here of exactly what we are looking at. Again, velocity doesn't look near as impressive as it has all night with the storm, and that's a very good thing. But again, continue taking your tornado precaution. Again, I don't think this is still on the ground.
Right now I'm looking at.
Said,
right now I'm looking at the reports right now here. I'm not seeing anything.
Okay, they're wanting us to take the R.cam off right now because they can't see the rest of the screen.
Okay, give me 1 second here. Okay, so give me 1 second, folks. The reason why we had that up, guys, is to kind of get a visual on the storm here, and also to kind of address that too. We have radar on our page. We have radar on our website and stuff like that. So, folks, if y'all need to see this information, feel free to go over there as well here, folks. But this is what we got at this time here. I know everybody else is worried about the rest of the natural state, but this is our concern right now. This is in northeastern Arkansas at this point. This is going to go right over Craighead County. This is moving due southeast into Mississippi County. This is in northeastern Arkansas. Let me make this crystal clear. This is in northeastern Arkansas at this point. This is northeast of Jonesboro, moving due southeast into Mississippi County. The rest of the natural state this time here has no other warnings except for this one. It just went up there. The one that was in White County, that one's severe thunderstorm warning, but this one's going to be primarily for hail at this time here. But we will keep an eye on this storm right now. But this one's going to take our primary attention at this point here because it is still tornado warning, and it does have a history of producing damage back when it was coming out of Lawrence County at this point.
Okay.
So
I want to stress something going on right now across social media, not necessarily on this storm, but again, people are doubting the tornado emergency. All right, we had damage reported in 3 different cities across the state of Arkansas tonight. This was not hail damage. This was wind damage. This was most likely a tornado. I've seen multiple reports of a tornado. We won't know the extent of the damage until the National Weather goes and surveys this damage. Yep. That being said, they don't issue a tornado emergency unless there's one on the ground. So again, my biggest pet peeve with this is don't doubt it, don't read social media, don't doubt it. Just take shelter, folks. That's all we're telling you to do. Whether there's one on the ground or not, it doesn't matter. We have reports of windows being blown out by wind-driven hail tonight. Again, you have a minimum of 70 miles an hour with this storm. You have a possible tornado. You have a tornado damage from this storm from Cherokee Village to Walnut Ridge to just northeast of Jonesboro. Alright, so folks, don't take this lightly. This storm is nowhere near as impressive as it once was, but it's still there.
I was going to say, it may try to get going at some point, but instead of it's running to some defense with the other storms kind of getting going over here in Mississippi County. So that's great news. It's impeding the inflow. Basically what that means, folks, is it's trying to get going, but the other storms is blocking the energy coming in. So this is moving due southeast in Mississippi County at this time here. Still treated as if we're on the ground here, but regardless of the tornado or not, this is also going to be capable of producing very large hail coming into western Mississippi County at this point.
Let's go pull up our velocity again on the White County storm.
Okay.
We're now starting to get some rotation on that storm.
Yeah, Derek, we got an issue over here. I don't know if this is. I'm gonna assume that this is hail. At this point, but right here, just southwest of Pleasant Plains, we are gonna have to watch that close. There's the area of rotation right there. So this is now starting to get our attention as well. This is in White County. Or in northern White County, going into Jackson County at this point. So I would say for our folks in Newport, Tupelo area, over towards Bradford, I would go ahead and seek your safe place just to be on the safe side. I wouldn't be shocked if the rotation still continued, that this may end eventually go towards in this area, but this is moving due east. At this point, this was moving due southeast, this was moving due east at this time here. So this is going to be once again along Highway 67 coming out of White County at this time, and this is south of Pleasant Plains, west of Bradford, west of Pangburg, or just due north of Searcy at this time here. Definitely a hail producer with this storm that we're going to have to watch. But I'm very concerned about that storm. We'll have to watch.
All right, I'm now getting more reports out of Sharp County of shop buildings destroyed up there.
Okay.
Again,
unfortunately,
this is all along the path of the storm. So again, folks, if you're under a tornado warning, please take cover. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning as well for Craighead and Mississippi County. Again, this is for the hail side of the storm. So again, we have a tornado threat with the storm. We have a hail threat with this storm. Again, the hail threat has been there. Tornado damage has been reported for a long ways with this storm. Cameron, at least 100 miles or more with this storm over the last couple of hours. And again, this continues to track in a direction that is going to take it towards the Mississippi River here very soon. Once again, tornado warning continues here for our folks in Craighead County and western Mississippi County. Caraway, this is going to track very close to, if not right over you here in just a few minutes. Once again, tornado warning. Just continue here. It is no longer a tornado emergency, thankfully. But again, we are still seeing very strong rotation on the radar, and we are also seeing the threat for both large hail and damaging winds as well. So once again, if you live in Caraway, you need to be in your safe place. Lowest level of your house, away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Again, this is moving southeast towards Osceola, towards Wilson, towards Interstate 55.
Yeah, about 55 miles per hour too. It's moving. It's moving quick.
Let's go back to our velocity scan camera and take a look exactly on what we're seeing here with this storm.
Let me go back to it real quick. There's the velocity. The rotation itself doesn't look nowhere near as impressive. By the way, this severe thunderstorm warning up here is going to go for the hail size of this, and thunderstorm damage threat is considerable. That is for the Leachville area going into Blytheville. So Blytheville, if you know anyone in this area, go ahead and seek shelter immediately. Get away from the windows and get away from the exterior walls. Hail up to 2-inch in diameter hail, and wind gusts on the low side, but still this will be capable of producing very large hail up here in northwestern Mississippi County or northeastern Craighead County at this current time, and that's moving due east as well. But that's the hail side of this tornadic thunderstorm that's coming through Craighead County, and it's going to make a run for Mississippi County. So there should be a warning. There's probably going to be an extension of that warning. It's going to be a tornado warning or a severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible for the Mississippi County here. So we'll just have to watch that downstream. But those areas
so
along interstate, yeah, go ahead.
You know, one thing about it here, western Mississippi County, you are under a warning, okay?
Yeah.
So I do want to stress that. All right, again, the question now is going to be, do they extend this warning? Again, we've been live now for over 2 hours, folks. We've been live now for over 2 hours covering this one storm. Now we have more storms starting to develop. You know, our concern is here for this part of the state is that we could see a locally enhanced tornado threat over the next, say, couple of hours here through at least our midnight hour.
Yep.
Now, you know, it's just something that we're going to have to watch again. A tornado watch does remain in effect for the entire area. But once again, if you live in Caraway, you need to be taking your tornado precautions right now. Lowest level of your house, away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. If you live in Osceola, this is your first alert to take cover now.
Yep. I cannot stress that enough, folks. So I got the track. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to pull this track back up. So we're going to, there it is right there. So there's a new severe thunderstorm warning with this one as well. So what's going to happen is this tornado warning itself is going to be allowed to expire. That's great news. That is extremely great news that the rotation has died off. It's been on the ground for a very long time, man. But the severe thunderstorm warning, I'm going to go ahead and read to you guys the severe thunderstorm warning here. So it's going to go for southeastern Greene County, northeastern Craighead, northwestern Mississippi County, and southern Dunklin County, which is in southeastern Missouri. That's going to go until 9:45 this evening. Severe thunderstorm is located over near Cardwell or near Monette, moving east at about 45 miles per hour. Golf ball sized hail with this storm as it's moving east at about 45 miles per hour. So that's the number one thing I want to stress. That's usually when the tornado potential has gone down. Remember, it was moving due southeast. Remember I was saying about before where storms are moving northwest southeast, it localizes your southeast winds and it forces what's called tornado genesis. When it starts moving due east, it cancels out that tornado potential. Now, it doesn't mean that it's completely gone, but it just means that the tornado threat is much lower, but you substitute the tornado threat for the hail threat with this. So golf ball size hail is still expected with the storm, folks. You need to be taking those precautions. That's getting away from the windows, that's getting away from the walls, the exterior walls at this point here. You do not want to be outside during this storm at this current time here. We're going to go back to our reflectivity real quick, and we're going to put a track on this. So this is exactly where it's going. Caraway around 910, that Keesler area right around 931, Interstate 55, the same areas we've been preaching about 20 minutes now, should be knocking your door about 9:30, and then the Marie and Wilson area should be right around 9:40, and then it will eventually make its way into western Tennessee at this point here. But folks, what a long evening from one storm. We've had it come from from Missouri down into northern and northeastern Arkansas, and now it's beginning to make its way towards the Mississippi River at this current time here. So there's the track on it, folks. So before, take your tornado, and I believe they dropped the the tornado warning itself, Derek?
They have.
Okay.
The warning has been dropped.
Okay.
So that
cool.
means we no longer have a tornado. That means, but we will continue to watch the storm. We're going to watch the one in White County as well.
Yeah.
Again, we've been live for 2 hours here. Let's go back to LZK's radar really fast. I just want to get a quick look at the storm before we break away from coverage.
Yeah. And you can see up here in northeastern Arkansas that hatched area and the severe thunderstorm warning. That's going to go for golf ball size cells. So this is still capable of producing upwards to 3-inch in diameter hail, folks. So take this storm seriously, regardless if it produces a tornado or not. You need to be seeking shelter immediately in these areas, folks. We cannot stress that enough at this current time here, okay? So that's going to be, our radar is going to be coming back up here shortly. But just kind of give you guys a statewide view of what's going on. There's 1, 2, 3 severe thunderstorm warnings up here in northeastern Arkansas. We do have a tornado watch that is in place. Let's go ahead and pull that up as well. This tornado watch is going to go until midnight tonight for central and northeastern Arkansas. We have a severe thunderstorm watch that's going to go until 10, which is the next hour. And then we have another severe thunderstorm watch over here. That's for the second round of storms that's going to expire at 2 o'clock. But I wouldn't be shocked if we had additional watches coming out by the time we get towards your early Saturday morning across the Natchez State here. Go ahead, Eric.
All right. So once again, we're going to break away from coverage for now. If another warning does go out, we will be right back live.
Yep. Radar updates are going to continue as well.
Yeah. And radar updates will continue on our page. And we thank you for trusting us here on your source for all things Arkansas weather.